Of course, it's still Rise and Shine. We're coming to you live from here, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State. And this morning, we will be having the conversation about the student loan. We have the special honor of welcoming on set Comrade Ifiok, who is the NANS Jersey Akwa Ibom State. Good morning and welcome to the studio, Comrade.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us on Rise and Shine.
Good morning.
How was your journey down to the studio?
It's not easy, but since it's about the students, we have to do everything possible to make sure that we arrive.
Okay.
So it looks like there is good news on the table. We see that the National Assembly has actually passed the bill with regards to the student loan scheme. How does that actually feel for the student community?
Well, it's a great thing for the student community because at least this is the first time such a thing is happening. Okay. So everybody will be happy. All the student community are very happy about it.
Okay.
We are delighted that the Mr. President listened to the student and he is keeping to his campaign promise.
Okay. You were clamoring for 5 years, but in the bill that's to be passed, we have 2 years, and after 2 years, the loan will start counting. Which, if you don't have a job at the time, you are allowed to apply for an extension. So, how do you feel about this?
It's not really making sense, although, but since we already have people on the top, it doesn't. We understand how Nigerian system, most especially the economic in Nigeria, is like. You cannot just graduate and have a job. Yesterday I was on the radio section, so I actually made up the same thing, the same points that it's not easy to just graduate from school and have a job. So the 2 years is not enough duration for the federal government to do. So we are still bargaining, we are still doing something, and I believe that something will be done about that to extend it.
Okay, so one of the questions I also want to ask this morning, you said the student community is excited. As student leadership, have you people had a congress to actually sit down and collectively break down the meaning of the student loan scheme? Have you brought the detail, of this student loan scheme, the guidelines, the expectations, payback time? Have you guys had a collective conversation to see the pros and cons of these from the national level to the sub-state levels to be able to say, okay, this is something good for us, we will take it and we'll run with it?
Okay, there is other people are doing it. We are on it. There are guidelines. We are on it. As I'm talking to you now, I'm on a campus store. The campus store, I'm going to educate most students, a lot of students, how the student loan is going to be, the duration, what is involved, and how they can go about it.
Okay.
So the campaign right now is ongoing. So I went to Edem Metropolitan Polytechnic recently, and I also let them understand how the loan works. So this same week, I'm still going to go to Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic and also Federal Polytechnic Okana. Okay. I will let them understand that how the loans work. Because
for those watching us on TV right now, this is a big classroom for several students, in the country this morning. Can you give us some of the, indices? What are, some of the twists and turns of this student loan scheme? If you were in front of a student body now, what would you be telling them with regards to the student loan scheme?
Okay, at some point, most importantly, you have to submit your authentic credentials, which is going to guarantee you for the loan. So, and a guarantor, which we need is guarantor that can sign over it. Not just much, most especially it's just the authentic credentials that you have to submit. Any false credentials that you submit, you can't get the loan, and it's a criminal act to it. So everything that you need to do needs to be authentic. Your credentials are just your pathway to the loan.
Okay. On an average, how much are we expecting that each loan will be? What's the current tertiary fees of Nigerian universities?
Well, I know about in my school, but I don't know about some people in other schools.
Okay.
But right now, the NAS went to the Senate. I was there before yesterday, and let the universities commission to understand that they shouldn't use this opportunity to increase school fees.
That's true.
They shouldn't use this opportunity to increase school fees, because if they should try to increase school fees, most of the students can go back home and commit suicide, because they shouldn't try to increase school fees. The national president made it point and clear for them that they should make sure that no university, no tertiary institutions in Nigeria use this opportunity to increase school fees. So school fees is still just going to be the way it's supposed to be.
So this students' loan scheme, is it giving us full-scale full scale loan. For instance, let's say the University of the school fees is 50,000. A student who is not so handy, they can get 50,000 from the loan scheme paid directly to the university portal.
Yes, the loan is going to be paid directly to the university. It's not going to be given to any students.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a record on it. It's going to be paid directly to the school account. So, and the federal government will keep every record on how it is.
Okay. Then how can the student also keep record? Because I think this issue of keeping record has to be both ways. If the federal government has a record, you as a student should also have yours.
Yes, you know the durations of studies. You know your semesters. You know that we have first semester, second semester. You know full sessions. So with this, you can keep record of it.
So now let's talk about the repayment plan. You were proposing 5 years. The bill carries 2 years, and then there is a caveat extended to it. This begins also when you begin any gainful employment.
Okay.
So that means the moment you're gainfully employed, no matter the size of your salary, the amount you paid, you begin the repayment process. Do you think the student community, I mean, realistically, will be able to follow through with these lines of agreement?
Like I said, that we the NAS, we're still going to sit down in a round table and look into it. We have to accept we have to accept it first. We are not just going to tell the federal government, no, we don't want it. Let's accept it first. There's always amendment in everything. There will be amendments.
Okay.
So let's just get it first and wait for the amendment. So we are going to work on it. The 2 years is not enough for us. Everybody can understand that you cannot just graduate in university and get a job within 2 years. Life is all about recommendations. So if you don't have a proper recommendations, you won't be able to get a job. So now in a round table, the national president is going to be involved and we'll sit down again so that the bill can be re-amended.
Okay, so we're hoping that there would be some amendment to this student loan.
Yes, there will be.
Okay, so just before we let you go in a minute, we need to round up the show. SANU and NAS were currently on a warning strike, and this is directly affecting the student community. How is school right now, and what is the take of NAS with regards to this particular strike action?
Okay, the NAS president is like everything will go over to the national because it started from the national before it get down here. So the NAS president is in a round table discussions with them. It's in the student way, it's affecting us.
Okay.
Definitely, it's affecting us. Nobody wants to go for a 4 years course and end up going back home in 6 or 7 years. It has been happening. We already faced COVID-19. We have faced the ASU strike. Now is this strike. So we are not happy about it. So that is the reason why we actually need to talk to the president, and the president will do something about it so that at least.
Is it the president? Which president are you referring to?
The national president, the Comrade Lucky.
Of SANU?
No, the national president of
NAS.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm asking, who should you really be soliciting to now? Is it NANS? Is it SANU? Is it the president of the Federal Republic? Who does it rest upon to bring a solution to this problem?
We all know there is a president of the Federal Republic to listen to what they want. Because if the president doesn't listen to what they want, we cannot go back to the classroom.
Okay. We do hope that our students are able to get back to the classroom in no time. Thank you very much.
And before I go, I have something to say. Let me openly thank the governor of Akwa Ibom State for the bursary payments. He has sent down the bursary payments for the students, and 10,000 naira is a big thing. He released 1 billion naira the first time, and he also added 100 million. So I think it's a big kudos to.
And we're having transparency in the disbursement.
Well, there's a problem going on in the ICT unit, which we announced we are going to take it upon ourselves to make sure that all the students get. When students submit their credentials, it shows scam detected. We all understand who is playing here, because you know that you have a valid credentials, and you cannot update a credential and it keep on showing scam detected. So we are about to give the ICT unit and the Commissioner of Education serving this ultimatum to make sure that it looks into the matter. If not, we will take it upon ourselves.
All right. The efforts of the governor must not go to waste, and if he's giving it, everybody who needs to receive it should receive. Thank you very much, Comrade for coming on the show.
Ifiok,
thank you so much for coming on the show this morning. It's been a round table, borrowing his words this morning, quite a number of conversations, but this is the much we can take on Rise and Shine this Thursday morning. Thank you so much to my very delectable Rise and Shine crew. Thank you, Sandra Agu, this morning. Thank you, Francis, Edem, and everybody. Francis Oyoima, in it, and everyone else, and everybody else who's worked together with us behind the scenes to get this show off the ground. Until we return again tomorrow, my name is Uyai, and you can do enjoy the rest of your day.